Welcome to Anime Unraveled. I'm Rex Padgett.
I am Daniel Peppers.
And I'm Tristan Morrill.
Look at us, boys. We're the people we supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yay,
All
we did it.
We did it.
It's been a minute, I think, since we've all been each other.
Who we are
Yeah.
supposed to be?
Yeah.
Well, I know of an anime that's really all about, like, finding yourself, chasing after your dreams, perchance.
Haikyuu. Okay.
Yeah, Haikyuu. It's
yeah,
Haikyuu. The One Piece live action dropped. Let's just get into it. I'm not wasting no time.
You're not going to
Clearly.
tiptoe around it?
Yeah, that's right. No. Let's talk about it.
How much of it have you watched?
I watched all of it. That's right. Your boy fucking obliterated
Crushed it.
Crushed it. So this is what happened. Let me tell you a story. Rex messages in the Discord, boys, it's time. And I didn't get it till later when I got off work.
By then he had my Merry Christmas because
With
I
a
found
sweater.
I found a Toguro sweater,
Yeah.
which is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. But I kind of want it just because of how bad it is.
It's an ugly Christmas
it is
present.
so
it's
ugly.
perfect. So I got real confused. I thought I had lost months, and I was like, how's married life? I got real confused about how that worked. But
was I good best man?
Yeah, was I okay?
What was my speech?
It was like the Click movie with Adam Sandler. I
Oh,
was just on
God.
autopilot the whole time. I bet I killed it. I bet I did great.
I mean, I don't remember it either, so, like,
It must have been good.
Yeah.
That reception must have been great.
boy.
But yeah, so then I watched the first episode, and it was already like 11 when I was done with it. And I said, I can squeeze in one more, So then I accidentally overslept a little bit, and then I hit traffic, and so I was 30 minutes late to work that day. Then I got home that day from work yesterday at 7 and sat there and crushed through everything but the final episode, and then I watched the final episode this morning before I came in. So I have watched all 8. How many of you watched?
1.
How many of you? You're one and a quarter.
1.2.
All right, so we're living different lives.
Well,
Got
I
it.
also had to keep my promises and start on the sword art of it all.
Yeah.
I started back on the JoJo's of it
Oh,
all.
really?
I didn't do shit. I watched the One Piece live action.
I
He knows what he's about.
I live in the present.
got to the dude that turned Polnareff into a child and past that.
That's a weird episode.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it later.
well, yeah,
we got One Piece to
Yeah, we got
discuss.
dedicated episodes for that. So I guess with the One Piece live action, thoughts.
I'm going to you first. You've seen it all.
I have seen it all.
Well, I feel like we should speak
No.
on it first because otherwise he has too much information.
I have a lot of information.
That's
Yeah.
fine that he has a lot of information. But if we speak first and he disagrees with our...
I mean, that's fine.
All right.
It doesn't matter. I
Dude,
can
it
go
doesn't-
first. I can go first. You know what? I'll have the platform. Fuck it. I'll do it. Right? I don't care. All right. So I've seen all 8, right? And I really think they knocked it out of the park. I do. I think, because here's the thing, right? So, and we can get into the specifics of it if you guys want to, because the great thing about the first season, it ends on Arlong Park. We've all been there, so it's not spoilers. And it's not spoilers for the people watching, because motherfuckers has been out for 20 years.
Yeah.
Go read it, go watch it, whatever, dude.
Yeah, fair.
So my thing is, and this could be just me, I know it's going to be so polarizing, man. It's going to be so... People are going to hate it, and people are going to love it way too much, and there's going to be people in the middle ground and stuff. While I think I land at a 7 out of 10. If we want to put a number on it, that's where I'm kind of landed on it, because I think it nails what I come to One Piece for. Okay? So what I come to One Piece for is the heart of the series.
The heart of the cards.
The heart of the cards, if you will. Because I think...
The One Piece of it all.
The One Piece of it all. Because I think a lot of live actions, because we've been through the Cowboy Bebop, the Death Notes, the, most recent live actions. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you can be like, oh, maybe they put money behind it, but it either feels coming off as cosplay or coming off as the people that created it kind of did it as a cash grab, a Dragon Ball evolution, if you will. Maybe it's so bad that it's amazing.
It's the best,
I mean-
best live action to date.
No, I think the best live action is One Piece. 100%. Because by the end of this series, when they put their foot on the barrel, how can I put this? I felt, I guess I can only speak for myself because you guys have differing opinions. I feel like they nailed the heart on the screen. I think that all of the moments that they adapt, because it's definitely condensed, and Garp and the Marines become aspects of it to push them through the story. So, like, the Black Cats with Kurozo.
Yeah.
You know how like you got the hypnotist and all the
Django.
pirates and all that doesn't happen. The Marines are there to kind of
Push the story along.
push the story forward, and it really becomes this first season is Garp finding out his grandson wants to become a pirate and testing him to the limit to see if he's really about that life. And I think that the character and the actor that plays Luffy, by the end of it, he has his Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man moment. I don't see another character playing Luffy. And I think for me, when it comes to what I love about the series is what they got right. And I think a lot of things like, you're not going to have your side stories like the dog. Because you were kind of watching that episode when I came in, like the dog defending the old man's, like
Shop.
really heartfelt moments. And the great thing about that is if you want that, you can go read it or you can go watch it. This is, I think, how you talk about how to watch One Piece now in anime form is One Pieces.
Yeah.
This is like One Pieces.
Oh.
It is the
It's the
speed
speed
run
run,
of One Piece. And you're going to either like it or hate it. And I really enjoyed it because there are about 4 moments when they get the Going Merry and then the One Piece fucking theme plays. I almost cried like 4 times. and it also, but see, and that's the thing, and I guess I should say it up front, right? I have come to realize about One Piece, I can never judge it honestly. And I can say that, and I can say that and be fine with it because I think it is one of the greatest pieces of fiction in the sense of I see One Piece becoming like a Macbeth or a something like that, where we're going to see so many iterations.
Odyssey.
We're going to see so many
That would be
iterations.
more-
Yeah, Odyssey seems more like what
Yeah,
you're going
Odyssey.
for. Macbeth.
Sure. It's questionable, but we're going to see so many iterations of it, and people are going to put their own spin on it because I think the message that it says, which is follow your dreams, follow your heart.
not what I thought
The
it
government is bad. I know what you're going to fucking say. But I think the message is going to be so outlasting. And for me, when I came to a live action One Piece, while I was hesitant, and I can pick it apart, and we can pick it apart if we want to, because we got a whole podcast to do, so we can definitely pick it apart. But I was smiling, man. I think those actors did well. I do want to say before we get into this, there's 3 actors that I think fucking elevate their role. I think Luffy
I'm
elevates.
guessing Garp.
Hold on. You didn't let me build up to it, Rex. Sanji elevates his part, the character that they got to play Sanji. He comes off, he has his fucking charming, like a little pervy, but him and Zoro's interactions are amazing. They do really well. And then Garp, that motherfucker is chowing down on 3 porterhouses, drinking whiskey like a fucking chucking cannonballs. He is the best adaptation when it comes to like from the page to the screen. Garp is the best actor on that show, or best embodiment of that character. And I just want to say this too. I love how they do the wanted posters and they break that 4th wall. So I don't know if you guys have seen it,
where they do it and then like at the end,
they
like
can
Buggy
slice.
literally knocks it away.
Yeah, knocks away, and then Don Krieg like crumbles it up. Mihawk slices it with his sword.
Yeah.
And I think that's important that they did an effect like that. The way I read into it is, this is supposed to be goofy. This is supposed to be this. That you're supposed to watch this like you're watching a work of fiction. I kind of told you this. It gives me, and this is kind of my way to the special effects are a little rough, but it gives me that old Firefly or Doctor Who thing. And
I
like
can see that.
and like when did that become it definitely or a CW The Flash. You know what I'm saying? Like it comes to the fact of why does it have to why do the special effects are like it has to feel real.
I don't think it does.
No, neither do I.
I don't think that's.
But I think a
necessary.
lot, I see a lot of comments on the internet and stuff. It's like, that looks so cheesy. Like, when you
I
can just
think
have fun with
yes,
it. Because that's what One Piece is. It's like having fun going on this adventure. And I don't know, man. Like I said, I'll never be able to judge it honestly. And that's why I came here. Hi, I'm Daniel Peppers. I
have an addiction.
I have an addiction. There's no way. It's impossible for me to judge it critically.
Oh no, I can judge it critically, but I can still like appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah.
Like I'd say the first thing that like really caught my eye was
Sure.
like when Alvida is introduced,
Mm.
and which I immediately was like, wow, I hate her. But then I thought about it for a second. I was like, I hated her in the manga. I hated her in the anime.
Perfect
So-
adaptation.
It
got
all
it.
matches
They-
up.
It all matches
They
up.
got it.
Yeah,
They did it.
yeah. I think also what helps me too is I have no nostalgia for the anime. So like voices of people, I've heard that's a
Oh,
big thing.
Nah.
I read it. So like the voice is me reading
Well,
the
yeah.
fucking words.
I did say that in the thing. I really want to see it with the Japanese voice actors, just because.
I think you do
I-
yourself a disservice.
Yeah,
but yes.
I-
I agree. Hey, I respect you as a
I
friend.
have reasons for it,
Sure.
which we'll get into, but I want to hear Rex's opinions first.
Okay.
So I want to know if I want to know which side I lean more towards. 'Cause
Sure.
I'm probably the more neutral party here.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh, I mean, I think it's decent, but there are definitely like things that went wrong in it. Like the first episode I was watching, whenever they were fighting Morgan,
Yeah.
Zoro went to roll away. I'm sure people have probably clipped
Sure.
it by now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but literally I had to go back and like send it back a few seconds and make sure I saw what I saw, because when he rolls, all of his swords bend because they're plastic. And I was just like,
Nobody caught that on set.
Did I see that, or is
Yeah.
that just like my mind?
Yeah,
But that was just like one like nitpicky thing. Other than that, the amount of money they put into making the set and
A
stuff
lot.
is
Hey,
amazing.
It's
Like
a lot.
Yeah.
Morgan's office, I
Yeah.
was just like, wow, they nailed it.
Yeah. That's what I told you. Like, I think that if people like it, or if it becomes a hit for Netflix, we go all the way.
Well, yeah.
Because if they can
Yeah.
justify the fucking budget of this season,
I mean, they built whole ships for this.
it
Yeah.
was like we talked about it in a previous episode. I don't have the numbers exactly, but it was like
9 million eps.
up there with Game of Thrones
Yeah.
level budgets. So if they can justify that and we get a season 2, I think we go all the way.
My only concerns, if it goes, in which I still need to talk about what I've seen so far, which
Sure.
sadly is only 1.25 episodes.
Sure.
But if it does go, I'm wondering how they're actually gonna do Brooke, and also how they're
Yeah.
gonna do Chopper. Like, especially if Chopper, turns into a giant monster.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Monster
the Rumble
Point.
Ball.
Yeah,
I-
which I haven't
Yeah.
seen much of the CGI because I haven't gotten to where Shanks loses his arm yet.
It's some of the worst part of the One Piece stuff.
Is it?
Yeah, because throughout this, Buggy is one of the ones that helps him get into Arlong Park, and it's just his head, and he's like sitting on barrels and doing, and Buggy's headlessness is jarring. It's not well done, and I can say that it's not well done.
That's because all the budget went to the ship.
100%. And that's the thing. And I think that's what I'm kind of excited about too, is less about the CGI.
I mean,
I think that they're going to put a lot more money in kind of building
The
what
world.
They, yeah,
Well,
building what they
yeah.
can.
yeah, I was about to say the world they definitely have nailed.
Yeah.
And which, honestly, I'm okay with not the fucking top of the line CGI.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
shit, if you go back and watch Doctor Who, it's like moving trash cans at times.
Yeah, it's Daleks,
Like,
dude. The
let's-
Daleks
let's
rolling.
Daleks,
be-
yeah.
Yeah, let's be fucking real. Like,
Yeah.
a series doesn't have to have the best
Right.
fucking visuals
Yeah.
to tell
No,
a
I mean
great
Doctor
story.
Who still has a fucking cult following.
Massive
Dude,
fan
it's,
base.
it's not a cult following.
And
at
that
this
definitely
point.
is why, because like I fell off on Doctor Who after the Matt Smith
Oh,
years.
yeah, same.
Yeah, I know we've talked about it before. But it definitely gives you
Brother.
that vibe when you like, especially when the fishmen come in, because a lot of the people you can tell, like the makeup's well done.
Is Hachi in it?
Hachi.
He's the
the
octopus.
four
Octopus
arm.
man.
Nope.
Octopus man.
Nope.
Yeah, so I kind of figured they were going to have to remove his character
Yeah.
because A, he'd be difficult to do.
Right.
But B, like,
I mean,
That's-
Arlong was already looking rough.
oh, yes, you're not wrong. But
He
B,
grew on me.
Also,
What?
He grew on me. I can't help it. He grew on me, dude. Listen. I know where I land, and I accept my place. All right.
Listen, I watched all the first episode,
Yeah.
obviously, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
even watched like after credits,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And then I saw Arlong, and I was like, it was an artistic choice.
It is, and I think we're gonna see a lot of that.
yeah, well,
Oh,
they're
100%.
gonna have to do things like that. Like, it's the same thing with how they shoot Garp.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the low angles.
Yeah, and that's because you're not gonna have a fucking
8 foot tall.
8 foot tall. So what they've done, or at least what they've done in the first season, is they've shot them at low angles, so it makes them look intimidating, which is fine. Like I think that's, to me, as like probably too much of a fan. I'll
Yeah, they
be
should have gotten
honest.
Tom Cruise as cameraman.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to make some concessions. I think when it's gonna get jarring is when you get into the Brook and the Doflamingo because they're so massive. Like even Garp, the way he's
Technically,
drawn,
Aokiji is also like.
and that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah,
Like
no
those
joke.
are the people where
Well, then fuck the Giants.
the Giants.
Let's
like,
be real.
What
Like,
are
are
you
they gonna do Mighty Morphin here? Like, how are they gonna do this?
I think
Let's
it's
go Power
I think
Rangers.
it's gonna be CG. I don't know.
I don't know. They could pull the Mighty Morphin. I would laugh my ass
Yeah.
off. Like,
That'd be
I'd be good with it.
Yeah,
What about Frankie?
yeah, and
That's Frankie would be the big one.
Oh,
I think
dude,
Frankie-
no, Jinbei.
Jimbei.
Yeah.
Jimbei.
No, Frankie would be more difficult.
Frankie,
well,
you're-
for the things he does.
I think
yes.
Frankie, you're gonna get a lot of Axe Hand Morgan, who I didn't love the design of.
Well,
because
yeah.
I feel like sometimes he talked, and I did see the bottom of his chin, and I was like, well, this is interesting.
Yeah.
This is a choice, but I don't
Artistic
know.
choice.
It's an artistic choice, you know. That's what I'm
Listen,
saying.
we know where the budget went.
The set design.
Yeah, the set design.
100%. It
And-
did not go to character design.
Now-
Yeah, and it definitely didn't go to actors because I do actually appreciate that they got no names. And
Yeah,
it'll probably
because,
help
dude-
them too because they need if it goes longer. Hopefully, they only signed on for one season because you need to renegotiate that contract. I guarantee you, they got scale. But I don't know. Let's, if you guys want to, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
like, let's talk. Well, it's gonna be hard for you guys. Let's talk about, I guess, Zoro, Nami, and Luffy then,
I mean,
because those are the people you
we
met.
can just talk about the
Or
characters we
characters in
met,
general.
because
Yeah,
like there's
um,
also Kobe and
Kobe, Shanks,
Helmeppo.
yeah,
Mepo.
and they're very big characters.
Yeah, I
in the
mean-
Later on.
show.
Helmeppo made me realize the show's not for children.
Being naked.
Yeah, I was like, interesting choice. I mean, who hasn't walked around naked with a
With a
katana?
katana. Hey.
Like, it's a morning ritual
Hey,
for some of
manga
us.
accurate. Manga accurate. That's all I'm gonna say.
You're not wrong.
But yeah, how'd you guys feel about at least like the Straw Hat crews that you met?
So I like that. I like the actor that they chose for Luffy.
Yeah,
My
Yeah, yeah.
issues with him specifically
sure.
are everyone around him,
Mhm.
no accent, none.
Sure.
He's the only one in the show with a weird accent.
Not weird.
Not weird, but like in the world, yes. He's the only one that has an accented voice. The only one. Zoro doesn't. Nami doesn't. In that first episode, they might introduce people later on.
Shanks.
But not really.
Like a British accent.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like Luffy is the only character that has more of a, I guess, European, Caribbean-esque accent.
Sure.
No one else has that. Supposedly, this all takes place somewhere in the Caribbean.
Not true. Not true. It does not. Because you get a lot of their backstory and you understand that they all come from different islands and different continents and different backgrounds.
But like to me, it
so
was
if
very.
they did, they would have different
It was
accents.
odd for in the world for him to be the only character accented, I guess.
Yeah.
And then the main thing
Mhm.
is the straw hat looks like they bought it at Walmart.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like that it could have been just a little bit more like rugged. It didn't have to look like it came off a shelf at like Target.
I don't
That
know.
hat's been around since you saw it when
On
Gold
Sh-
Roger
on
was
Shanks.
being
Yeah, yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
murdered.
Yeah.
It was a good scene.
Yeah.
It's
It's good.
something I want to talk about, actually.
Sure.
So the way that they killed Gold Roger, because in the anime it doesn't actually show them execute him.
Right.
I always assumed he was beheaded.
They just stab him.
Yeah,
for
they
it.
just
Yeah.
stab him in the back. That was like,
It was a choice.
that's a choice, but okay.
Well, he didn't get beheaded in the series either.
Well, yeah, they don't show it.
Yeah, he just got stabbed. It's always been stabbed.
Yeah.
Has it?
Mhm.
Okay, I didn't even see.
Yeah, it's always been.
But then, like,
speared.
You saw
Huh.
characters like you saw a young Shanks.
Yep.
Yeah, I was not a huge fan of young Shanks, but regular Shanks, he's
You
good.
saw, you saw Mihawk.
Yeah,
That was a
Let me talk to you.
Mihawk
about,
stood
let
out.
me talk to you about Mihawk because
in
not
that first 5 minutes of that episode.
I was like,
Boy!
this is an
Bro,
anime
you
character
haven't
right
even-
here.
You haven't even gotten to it. Mihawk's entrance when Garp gets him on this the snail phone, the snail whatever it's called.
Yeah,
I can't-
transponder.
Yeah, transponder. I couldn't think of the
Transponder
name. Thank you. His opening scene looks like a live action Final Fantasy cutscene, and it is incredible. It
Well,
is
his
goddamn.
introduction of his character look in the
He-
first 5 minutes.
Yeah, he actively looks out of place at any scene he's in.
Oh, yes.
He actively looks like he did not get the memo that they're going for more of a toned down look.
Yeah, no.
And it
He
is
looks like
awesome.
He looks like the cosplay king. Like
It is so awesome.
he's like, I won the prize, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It is
it's-
so funny, dude.
Boy, the sideburns in that
Yeah.
first 5 minutes.
It is
I mean,
so fucking
they were the
funny.
size of my forearm.
Yeah, dude. It gets worse. Like as he gets older, when you see older Mihawk, old Mihawk, when he gets introduced in any scene that he is in, it's like he did not get that memo that he should have toned it down just a smidge, and he went all the way in. He was like, I'm dick out, ready to happen. And it's so jarring because everyone's kind of toned down, right? They're trying to give a lived. Who's not toned down?
Dude, Buggy's not toned
Oh,
down.
no,
Buggy's
Buggy-
like toned
But
up.
Buggy's character is like his whole thing is I want to be in the spotlight. I want to be.
Oh yes, I've noticed.
Yeah,
and
yeah. He
very
wants to
quickly.
be loud and he wants people to be noticed because his whole story is like people never noticed me. That's his character. And like he
Even though that is kind of in the manga a bit,
is,
but he
yeah.
was actually happy about it in the manga. He was like, "Oh no, now they know I exist.
Yeah.
They know I was part of Gold D. Rogers' crew.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck."
But that's why
That's a
he
whole-
that's why he wants to be like in the spotlight. He wants to be noticed.
They made him way more creepy than they needed to.
He's got a Joker vibe to him that's fucking
I don't like it.
nuts.
I don't like it.
I like it.
I like
don't-
the actor.
I like
the
the actor.
actor's good.
I hate the CGI because I like the episode you're on, episode 2,
Yeah.
which is the Buggy episode. But now every time you see him, he's going to be missing
Pieces.
shit, and it looks rough. It looks rough. I'll be honest with you. Listen, I've been with you, One Piece fans. I've been with you for here, but I can't, in good conscience,
Yeah, I think
say into this
Also,
microphone
I was
that shit look good.
I was slightly bummed when Luffy like breaks out of the barrel. They
Yeah.
didn't do like the iconic breaking out.
Sure.
You know the
yeah.
He does that a few times, and there's a few times that it's jarring, like the walk to Arlong Park. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
where he
I know
puts the
exactly
hat-
what you're
yeah,
talking
he puts that
On
on
Nami's
on
head.
Nami. He has a moment where he like puts his hands up in the air, like, "Of course I'll help you." Right? It's a little much,
yeah. I was about
It's
to
a
say
little-
that's not
a little egregious.
that's not the tone that you want right there.
Yeah, it's a very odd tone. I actually, because that's like the final bit of that episode.
Yeah.
The credits rolled, and I said, "That was a choice." Like out loud, I said, "That was a."
You're sitting there and you're like,
That was a- like, and I was sitting there because I was enthralled by this show. And again, not saying that it's like perfect. It's absolutely fucking.
I've been more enthralled by
No.
the world than I have the characters, if I'm being honest.
I don't know. They
no.
have decent chemistry.
They have great chemistry.
I think that I liked looking and paying attention to the set.
Sure.
And I think a lot of that might have to do with the fact that I kind of already know what's happening.
Well,
That
of
is
course.
true. Yeah.
So I'm not looking at the characters so much. I
Mm.
do like Zoro's character because it's just you can't not.
He's
like
very
him.
deadpan. He's like, "I'm gonna cut some stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna do
mean,
some shit."
Or my favorite when he's sitting there and he gives that one dude the bird. He's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, this.
He's like, "Nah."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what was the Broke Works number 7?
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
cuts him in half.
Half. Yeah. And
Yeah.
he brings his fucking half body.
The top half
Yeah,
of his
yeah.
body.
I think they did great characters, and I hope, you know, if you do decide to like finish out the 8 or whatever,
I mean, I'm going to finish it because I kind of have no choice.
you do have a choice.
No, I don't. I started it.
I
It's
must
the same with
finish it.
JoJo's. I started JoJo's. I was always going to finish it eventually.
You're
Were
gonna
you?
see it through the end.
Yeah, I was always going to finish it eventually.
if
I
we
just
hit
needed
150.
I
Wow.
just needed the people's help.
Yeah,
And now we have the help.
He
and,
just
and
needed the
we've-
people to
We're
handcuff
past
him.
that.
Yeah.
We saw that help, and they kept on
And
trucking.
I've been watching it.
We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do.
Guess who's not been watching Hunter x Hunter?
You. So I think that my main focus has
Sure.
been like just watching, looking at the world. It was really funny when they got to the Marine base and Luffy's like, "Where's my poster?" And it's like, "Motherfucker, you haven't done anything to get a poster yet."
Yeah, he gets his poster at the very end. It's very cool.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
I
where
mean,
it happens.
like I said, that's why I don't mind talking about it because you guys fucking know.
Know
You
already.
know what I'm saying?
I was a little bummed that again, like the first episode is not like showing how corrupt leaders in the military caused the situation in that town.
Get further, Rex.
Well, yes, I know. I'll get to my anti-government part.
Oh,
so you tell me,
brother,
This
you will
conspiracy
see corner. Yeah, about episode 4 to 5.
My
It's gonna be your sweet spot,
Gotcha,
brother.
gotcha.
But yeah, Yeah, I like, and I think you're right. I think what helps this anime adaptation stand above is the set design and the care that they put into it. And I think that makes it believable, which is so crazy to me that a show like One Piece that should be unadaptable.
Yes, it should.
I think the choices that they had to make.
Well, I mean,
the Usopp nose of it all, that kind of shit.
oh yeah, because he don't have his nose. He's not long nose.
Oh man, we're not gonna see Soja King until
No.
season 2.
Yeah, you will see him in
We
season.
won't even see him in season 2.
Okay, so this is my theory. Pepper's Theory Corner. Not as good. Not as good.
No.
Not as good. You're right. You're right. But my theory is the way that it is condensed and the way that I think they're going to do it. I think second season is Baroque Works. No doubt about that.
Oh, yeah.
We get a crocodile tease at the very end. So it's Baroque Works with Vivi and all that stuff. I think that Baroque Works
You think
Alabaster.
you're gonna skip the Town of Assassins?
100%.
Yeah.
I think
Go
this,
straight to Alabaster.
I think, and you'll get, if you, like, when you finish the episode, you'll realize they're kind of, I think their thought process is
Skip the unimportant stuff.
to them. Like, it's
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's fans that are going to be flipping the fuck out, right?
Mad.
But the One pieces of it all, they're going to be like, okay.
This doesn't really do anything for the story. We're gonna cut this out. This does something major for the character arc.
Yeah, it looks like I wasn't in the writing room. If you want to get in contact and have Anime Unraveled pod for a fee.
Boy, please.
I think they sat down and said, okay, what's the kind of story that season 1 has to be? And I think they landed on
The introduction arc.
it has to be the introduction of the characters, and you have to set up the world government, which they do by Garp. And how can we merge those two things together to make a cohesive story while giving nods and homages and some straight up adaptations of certain important things? And I think you're going to get that with season 2. So Alabaster Baroques, I think season 3 will probably be Skypiea. Because you're going.
So you think Alabaster's gonna be a full season alone?
Yeah,
I think Baroque and Alabaster are going to
it's
be
gonna
full
be
season.
combined. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I guess,
100%.
yeah.
Especially with the way that they're condensing everything. I mean, in 8 episodes or really 8 hours, we got all the way to Arlong Park.
Which is like 100 episodes.
Yeah.
So I think Baroque Works Alabaster season 2, season 3 is Skypiea.
That'll be all of season 3.
Yeah, because they need to do Nico Robin and they need to build the pawn glyphs and stuff like that.
Nico Robin, I'm saying it, probably one of the easiest Devil Fruit users to make.
Absolutely. Make work. 100%.
The easiest one.
100%. I think, they'll do great there. Season 4, I think you skip Thriller Bark, you skip Davy Jones, or
the
not
Davy Games,
Davy
yeah.
Games or whatever. You skip that. You don't-
100%.
You don't
skip
need that stuff.
But at the same time,
You
I
go
guess
into Water 7.
They're going to somehow introduce Aokiji.
You can do that. You can do that in Water 7.
Yeah, because
You can do that in Water 7 for sure. So you get Water 7, maybe Enos Lobby. You get that.
I think you get Water 7 and Ennie's Lobby.
In season 4. Season 5, you get Impel Down, that kind of stuff.
It's going to be Impel Down, War Marineford.
I think that's season 5. Season 6, time skip. That's what I think.
It's going to, I think season 6 is going to start. Yeah.
And I also think that gives them a good
The
out.
thing is you need Thriller Bark, though. The
For
end
what?
of Thriller Bark.
For what?
The Kuma introduction.
You can do that. You can do that.
Yeah, you can skip
You can
Thriller
introduce
Bark
that.
and do
that
that.
But
yeah,
you also,
can
do you
that.
really want to get rid of Zoro's big moment in Thriller Bark?
I think you
mean,
give him
I-
another big moment in Water 7.
You do?
Yeah,
I think so.
I'd say. Like, I feel like
Because he
that's-
needs that sword. That's the problem. So
That's the other thing. He gets Ryoma's sword in Thriller
yeah,
Bark.
he needs. I've thought about this. Yeah, he needs the sword. Maybe. Again, I don't know. We're really thinking heavy, like he's going to go for it.
Yeah.
But I do like the idea of ending at War of Marineford in season 5 because it also gives them an out. Like if they had to stop it, like if
yeah, that's a good stopping place.
you get a 5-strong
Ended
season.
at the death of Ace.
You could do it. People would be kind of bummed about it, but also by season 5, you'll fucking know
Well,
if people are in.
They literally could just end on the One Piece is real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and because really they make it seem like even more in than the manga or the anime does. They make it seem like the One Piece treasure Gold D. Roger lets people, go after is the adventure and freedom of being a pirate.
Yeah.
And the fight back against the government. Like that, like his whole speech is a little different in the live action, and
And the thing is,
it
it's not
is slightly different.
It's not much. It's very minute.
The only difference is the guy in the audience doesn't say, "Where did you hide the One Piece?"
right.
Yeah, he says, "Where did you hide?" You know,
He was like, "Where did you hide your treasure?"
Yeah,
like, they
he's
never
like,
actually
"I'll
say
tell
One
you."
Piece.
But he does. See, the thing is he just says, "Riches, fame, power, it can all be yours." But
As long as you go for it.
as long as you go for it,
And
but
go
like,
out to the seas.
in the manga, it's I left all my treasure in one
One piece.
place.
Yeah.
And it's the One Piece or whatever.
Uh,
And that's what I'm saying. They're really leaning heavily. I'm interested to see if Oda told, because he's had his hands in this and stuff, if he told maybe the creator, like how it ends, because they're really leaning heavy or making it seem like that the One Piece.
Oda wouldn't take that chance.
I don't think so either, but he has told all his editors. So if you can find an editor, an old editor.
They're locked in a they're locked in a cell.
But yeah, they're really making it seem like the One Piece is the adventure. And even the way like Luffy talks about being a pirate, it definitely seems like the whole point of it
It's
is
freedom.
Yeah.
America.
and I think and that heart of that, and that's what I kind of was meaning by like the heart of One Piece and what connected with me is that is the heart of it. It is the freedom of it. Like it is going on this adventure. It is living with these characters. And boy, man, dude, Tristan, listen, you'll understand this because you're fans of stuff. Or you will. You're fans of stuff too. When they hit certain moments, you just smile, dude. You're just like fucking these crazy sons of bitches. Why, dude? Why did they do it? You know like,
what was wild?
I love it.
While watching it though,
I
that
love
first
it.
episode,
Mhm.
it's the most badass Nami's ever gonna be.
Oh yeah, I did have the same thought. I literally was like, I don't think I've
100%.
I was like, I
I'm
don't think I've
watching
ever
that-
seen Nami do so much work.
No,
Yeah.
I'm watching it. I'm like, man. Well, she after the time skip, she's better.
Yeah, she's better. She's better.
But
for
like that first episode, I was like, damn, maybe Nami's gonna be a hard ass. And then I was like, no, she's not.
sure. You know, I think they did. I think they did her character justice.
I do. Okay, so
The hairs are not as bad as I thought it was.
No.
I had a low bar.
I thought that it was going 100% B. They were wearing cosplay wigs,
and they are not.
No.
It's just
So you know, we have my gripes with some of the character design.
Sure.
Like specifically, I kind of feel like they could have. The straw hat shouldn't look like it was bought from Target. I don't know
Yeah.
why it bothers me so much.
Sure.
There's the other thing of there is that moment with Luffy and Nami where she puts the band on his hat because it didn't have the strap.
Yeah,
And I kind of I liked that moment in the manga and the anime because it's like kind of a moment for the two of them.
yeah.
And it already has a strap, so that's gone.
Yeah.
That character moment is gone.
Yeah.
Um,
And I also didn't like. I have a gripe too. It's in the first episode, and they fix it for the Buggy episode. That straw hat is not rubber.
no.
He fucking takes Alvida's thing to the head.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
it's rubber. Oof.
Yeah, I was like,
So if we want to get nitpicky, I saw that
Yeah.
and I actively was like, "That's wrong."
yeah.
It's one of the only times
I
I
had the
did
same
that.
exact thought
I mean,
because
But they fix it with Buggy because Buggy,
stabs through it.
because Nami, you remember this?
Yeah.
Talking about moments, Nami has
Because that's
the
when
moment
Nami fixes the hat and puts the band
strap.
on it.
But she does just fix it. So the straw hat is destructible. They fix it in the second episode, but that first episode,
Yeah.
I fucking don't like that part.
Oh yeah, because the spiked club should have.
Should have ripped that part.
Decimated.
right through.
Correct.
The other thing is, I mean, so it's really funny because technically speaking, with what we know now,
Mhm.
it could be made rubber.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
I did. I also did have that thought. I was like,
Fair.
are they making reference?
Maybe it's a reference.
It's that. Honestly, that was my first thought. I don't think that was the case.
No, it definitely wasn't.
There is-
that was oversight.
There is a reference to Gear 2. So, yeah, there is a reference to Gear 2, and I love the foreshadowing that this series does, and I guarantee you there's people way smarter than us that are nitpicking shit and, like, doing it right
Yeah.
out there. Go on YouTube and check that out. But maybe I read into this. When he's fighting Arlong, there is a silhouette, and this is when it clicked. I saw the vision. I
Oh.
saw the fucking vision of what they had when they cast this dude as Luffy. It's just his silhouette, and he's down
Yeah.
in the
gear
pose.
shooting, yeah.
And I was like, I see the fucking vision, you motherfuckers.
So-
I see it.
Now, like, okay, so you know my gripes with Luffy. I don't really have many issues with Zoro's character design. If I'm being honest,
Nah, his design's fine.
his design's pretty alright.
Young Zoro sucks the butt.
What?
Young Zoro. When they do flashback,
Oh.
no offense to the actor if you're watching this podcast or listening to this
Yeah.
podcast, I hope you nothing but success in the world. You need some more training. You're not ready.
Nami's character, way too badass for what she
Miyazaki.
actually is, like, at all. And I
Yeah.
love it. I
Yeah,
love that they
yeah,
gave Nami a badass moment.
Yeah.
I hope they give her more.
She does. She gets
Sweet.
a few more. She gets a few more.
Sweet.
Yeah, because she was really putting in more work than Luffy.
100%.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, Luffy.
I don't really have any gripes with Nami's character design so
Sure.
much. They did you know, I feel like they got, you know, Cat Burglar Nami pretty well. She kind of flirted with that one Marine to try and get his uniform to sneak in. I like how all that happened.
Got the keys.
Got the
Yeah.
keys. I do like the way that the actor for Luffy portrays the aloofness of Monkey D. Luffy.
And
He does a fantastic job of like I said, my only issues with his character is that he's the only one with an accent for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't have that. I can't go with you on that. I didn't.
My
I
only thing
didn't
is
have
in
it.
the world, not many of the people, except for like Shanks, maybe. So maybe.
Shanks, Sanji has one.
Does Sanji have an
yes, Zeph has one. You get way more accents as you. Mihawk has one.
But the other
I
thing is,
figured.
for me, if Luffy has one growing up where he grew up, then more of the people around there should have had them.
I'm with you. I understand now what you mean. You're talking about like the barmaid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
that growing up not with that, it kind of weird. Also, kind of
Well,
waiting,
maybe he got it when he was living up with the bandits. We don't know.
kind of waiting on the ace and the Sabo of it all. I'm so excited.
Dude. Yeah. There's a tease. I guess it's a tease. I took it as a tease. Fuck it. I don't
want to
care.
see
What,
what's. I
for
want to
Sabo?
see.
Yeah, for when I don't know if you know this yet, Rex, but it's fine. So you know, Garp takes him to the island where he meets Ace and
And
Sabo.
Sabo.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
so
takes him up to the bandit lady.
exactly. So
He
there
learned
is.
that- you learned that fairly early on.
I couldn't remember.
No, you don't learn that until literally after the war.
But I mean, like that's with how much has happened after War of Marineford.
The time
fairly
skip
early
is
on.
early. I
Yeah,
consider
it's
the
really
time
not.
It happens in like everything up to there happens in like
how many
4
chapters
months.
do you think that's into
520,
now?
600
Yeah.
600
600, that's over halfway.
for now.
Yeah, but it's only like 3 months, so it happens
Yeah,
early on.
early on.
Fuck you both.
Early on, dude. I'm with Trenton. Early on, dude. But yeah, so there's a flashback scene with Garp where young Luffy's creating his little pirate ship with his little Jolly Roger and
Yeah.
stuff, and then Garp comes and fucking destroys it like a goddamn legend.
Yeah, because he has to take Luffy for training so he can learn to use his rubber
yeah.
body.
So there's that, and
Yeah.
he's picking him up, and he's like, "Come with me," and I'm like, "We're so close to him
I want
getting
to see.
dropped."
I want to see Ace's character design. I want to see the
See,
actor. That
I
they
want
picked
to see
for
the
him.
actor.
I'm curious about not the actor for young Ace, but you know,
Yeah,
I mean,
current
Fire
iconic
Fist.
Ace.
iconic.
Old
Ace.
Fire Fist.
I think it's gonna be super interesting, man. I think there's so many iconic characters yet to come. They really kind of had the easy part. This is
well,
the
yeah,
easy
this
part.
is the easy part.
This is the easy part. It only gets exponentially harder as
yeah,
you go.
which is why I'm real curious about Chopper and stuff.
Chopper, yeah.
You want me to be honest? Chopper will be easier than Arlong.
You
You could just put that man in a fursuit.
No, I think you
No,
do CG.
I'm sure
I
it'll
think you
be
do
CG.
CG.
Yeah,
I think you
but
do
I mean,
CG. I think you do CG for Brooke. I think
well,
like
you
obviously.
kind of have
that
to.
prosthetic nose. We're gonna take a minute. Talk about Arlong's prosthetic nose.
I didn't pay enough attention
It's
yet.
a little.
I know it
I
was
kind of
hers.
wish. I kind of wish they would have made it bigger.
Yeah, just
It's-
a little bit.
It's so small.
It's this. But you
It
can
gives
tell.
off baby dick energy.
You know what it is.
But
you
it
know,
makes sense because he's compensating.
You know what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
It looks like they just made a paper mache triangle, painted it, and glued it to his
I
nose.
feel like sometimes you can kind of see where the
I
where
100%.
Here's, yeah.
yeah,
I
it
100%
adheres to the nose.
in the like little after credits where
Yeah,
they
yeah.
kind of show like because after the first episode it literally shows like the whole outline.
yeah, it says this season on One Piece.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
the series. And so you kind of got the look of Sanji. Does he have the curly eyebrow?
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew that
Doesn't
wasn't
need it.
gonna be a thing.
Doesn't need it. Doesn't need it.
I like
He
the
does
curly
smoke cigarettes, and they do it where Zeph eats his own leg. Proud of you, motherfuckers, for not
Oh,
doing an
wow.
anchor. And that fucking scene was one of the scenes. Got me. It got me.
Hey,
It got me.
goddamn right.
okay, so
It got me.
the first time I ever watched that scene,
Yeah.
it was the anchor scene, and even the anchor scene, honestly, is real good. But
Yeah.
when you get the actual, hey, this motherfucker chopped off his foot and ate it,
Yeah.
like that's something else.
And the way they do it, because he looks down and he sees rocks and there's like pieces of flesh on the rock. Like it's fucking good. It's good. It's those two characters. Like I said, I think Sanji, Luffy, and Garp are the three that I think. Also, you know, I like Sanji in general. But, but then this is what I'm saying about like characters, and you kind of see it with the trio right now. But definitely when you get Usopp, I think Usopp does a great job. The actor that plays Usopp, being a fucking like coward, but then coming back and being like, you're welcome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, you're Captain Usopp was here.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
Typical Usopp.
Yeah, typical Usopp. I think he does great. He gets drunk and like dances and does all like he does it good.
Does good Usopp behavior.
He's very good Usopp. And then Sanji and Zoro, that was key. And when he calls him a moss head and Zoro calls him the cook, and
that's the thing. That's why he has to have the curly brow, because that's their whole thing. It's moss head and curly brow.
Well, he just calls him the waiter, because that's how they met him.
Oh.
They met him as a waiter in the restaurant and stuff. But their chemistry is through the roof.
Also, the eyebrow kind of oddly plays a weird part for Sanji. That's how you know
cut
when
that
he activates his he gets his enhanced human powers.
Yeah, you can. Not necessary.
I
Not
feel like
necessary.
it is. I feel like Zoro needs the curly brow thing.
No, Sanji has a curly brow.
Zoro needs to be able to
say the curly
yes.
brow. Maybe in time skip, you know, if they make it to there, they can. But I don't know. I didn't miss the curly eyebrows. He smoked cigarettes and Zeph ate his leg. Good enough for fucking me. You know what I'm saying? And the fucking final episode.
What are the designs of the log pose? Did they do a good job on the log? I mean, it's so hard to fuck them up.
They haven't gotten to the log pose yet.
Oh, they haven't?
Yeah, they're not in the Grand Line.
No.
They haven't even gotten to the
Grand
town
Line.
of the
That's fair.
beginning and the
Yeah.
Yeah.
The final episode when they storm Arlong Park and you see different scenes like Luffy's fighting Arlong, Sanji and Zoro are fighting the fishmen, and Usopp is kind of having his battle with the guy that spits stuff.
Wait, how is he having? That's Hachi, isn't it? Wait, no, it's the other guy. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. When they all do the split and you see how because that plays a big role later on, because a lot of the Straw Hats have different fights going on at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
And you see that pacing. They fucking nail it.
Oh, do that.
They fucking nail it. I loved it. Like I said,
feel like the first time you really see that like widespread is probably Ennis Lobby, though. Like,
yeah. But what I'm saying is,
you can
again, they
already
have
see it.
it's the baby steps. I'm
Yeah.
saying the baby steps. They took their baby steps, and and I don't know.
Season 1 was just putting the feelers out.
Season 1 is the easy part.
Yeah.
And while I have complaints, I'm
ready for Laboon.
Yeah, I'm ready for season 2.
I wonder if it's gonna be Iceberg.
I'm ready
No.
for Laboon.
Could you imagine
No, they don't
if
do
they
iceberg.
screwed
They
up? and
don't
were
do
just like,
iceberg.
It's iceberg.
You do leg eat. You do cannibalism. You do fucking
Laboon.
well.
True, you do a giant well.
Laboon.
But yeah, and just like the music choices, like certain battles, they have kind of like their theme songs that, again, I'm not an anime like watcher. I haven't watched a lot. I've watched bits and pieces of like important shit, or like not important. Everything's important. Iconic shit. But the music cues, and when you get like little mixes of their original fucking themes and stuff like that, I've had a smile on my fucking face, man. I can't help it. I can't help it. Okay, don't look at me. I'm critical. I'm
I
good.
thought I was going to be more neutral, but I think Rex and I are like right on the same page.
Yeah, you guys are.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
And then you got me like this.
Woohoo! And I'm just kind of like, yeah.
Well,
At least you're not like, bleh.
No, I mean, like I said,
again, I just haven't seen enough yet.
that too, I think that the set designs alone are worth watching the whole thing.
Here's the thing. You've seen enough to answer this question.
Yeah.
You all watched the first episodes of Cowboy Bebop live action.
Yeah. And I watched the second.
So where you at, Rex?
I mean, it's already much better than Cowboy Bebop.
Well, I
we
mean,
already know that.
I also think that it stands to be said that Oda literally oversaw the production of this and would not release till he was happy.
I think that's
you
true.
think Watanabe had anything to do with the Cowboy
No.
Bebop?
No. No, I think
I feel like it would have been so much better.
it would
if
have.
he did.
I don't think it would have been released like that.
Oh no.
I don't think
it would.
Oda would allow someone to come at One
Yeah.
Piece without his fucking blessings.
And that's what I'm saying. And you know, we had talked multiple times of like, is that true? Like, is that real? Like, do you really think he had it? And I think while concessions had to be made, I do think he had his hand.
Oh,
in it.
he was
I have
literally
no
telling
doubt.
them where to make the cuts.
Yeah.
You don't need this, this, or
You
this
don't
to
need-
get the
and I
overarching story.
And I think when you have the creator, because that man's fucking built different, and he has plenty of time. I think he took a pill where he doesn't sleep.
Yeah, maybe. He
and
might be that
when
guy.
when you have that creator to say, going into the writing room, if he,
Bless you.
I didn't want it to spike the mic, so I literally just held as much of it in as I
I
could.
appreciate
And then
that.
I died.
Oh, maybe. That
But-
hurt.
But yeah, I think when you have the creator like Oda, like go into the writer's room, if he did and said, okay, this is what I think needs to happen in the first season, and he can make those cuts and make it cohesive.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, and I can never look at it because I have the reference for it, but if you look at it as a first season of a show,
Yeah.
I think the through line is
If
very,
you've never read or seen One
it's
Piece,
very evident.
You know,
yeah.
I think this is a perfect thing to get like girlfriends or other people not into anime. I'm not saying they're going to get into anime after this. I think it's just a entertaining enough show that they would enjoy it if they enjoy Firefly, if they enjoy Doctor Who, if they enjoy those kind of shows. I don't know if they enjoyed Breaking Bad, if they would like it. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think you know.
Sarah, you can say her name. She's allowed to.
Okay, all right.
I've already said it multiple times.
Those who shall not be named, Sarah.
Yeah.
Those who should not be named. Autumn.
Autumn.
Still
But
one of
I-
the greatest moments on this podcast.
yeah, I think they have to at least.
Good times.
Yeah, if they enjoyed the DCification of TV,
I don't think. Well,
So I think that
because I don't know.
think One Piece is the other thing is this live action is zany enough to be a standalone. You don't have like
Zero. I'm with you.
You could. This is one that honestly it gets all the important parts, and it gets so many of the important parts that you could literally probably pick up the anime right after Arlong Park and have a good idea of what's
oh
going
yeah,
on.
you'd have a decent.
I don't
idea.
think you'd enjoy it.
No, you
No.
probably wouldn't.
Because this pacing just different.
Yeah, this pacing is.
This pacing.
I think that's
Max
the main
speed.
thing is that it's like it's cutting out all of like the unnecessary filler.
Sure.
Like it's literally only
Yeah.
I
What
think-
you need to know.
yeah.
I think the reason it reads a lot better, especially compared to Cowboy Bebop, though, is Cowboy Bebop, the series itself, is very episodic.
Right.
And what they ended up doing with the live action was splicing together like 5 different parts of
Trying
either
to
the
make a
episodes of
cohesive
movies.
thing.
Not even.
Yeah.
Like they were trying to make it episodic again, but they were splicing together like multiple different things, and it was just making it a jumble.
Impossible.
Now, One Piece, they literally just sliced out the fat, and we're like, we run.
Fuck it, we ball.
Trimming this piece of meat.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah.
think that they trimmed it very well.
I 100%. I 100% agree with you.
I think the character design gripes I have, I think it makes sense with how much money went into the set design. I think that if we do get more seasons, the character designs will probably get a little bit better.
I'm excited to
Maybe
see,
we'll get better technology for the CGI.
Well, yeah, and maybe,
Eh,
because I think they can
I'm
just
fine with it.
yeah, I think they can improve. Obviously, I think any person
Anything
wants
can be
to
improved.
Well, think about any show. Like I was thinking about this too, like a Breaking Bad or a Parks and Recors.
Hey, I went back and watched the first season of Parks and Rec, and while yes, originally, it's not
Yeah.
as good.
Yeah,
Honestly, it's still really funny. Like it hits different. I feel like
Yeah.
now
but what I'm saying is you can go back and look at a lot of shows in their first season.
is rough.
In retrospect, is always like, oh, it's
Finding their ground.
So I think they're going to improve, but what I went in for and looking for it is like, is there a good base? Is there a good heart? Is there a good, base level to keep building? And I think there's a great base level. And I do really like, because I can see, especially the way they condense everything, like you said, trim the fat. Kobe and Garp's relationship is amazing.
So I have a question.
Sure. Listening.
So
I'm all
very
ears.
first couple minutes of part 1, you see a
Yeah.
young Shanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks oddly similar to Kobe, doesn't he? Did they just use the same actor?
There's a chance.
You had to cut corners.
No,
in
I
some
know, but I'm
spots.
like, am I the only one that
No.
thought that they looked the same?
They look similar, but
They look similar.
I don't know.
I'm so
I
curious.
didn't pay enough attention.
I would have to go back. And
I literally, because you only see young Shanks for
for a split
Boom.
second.
Yeah, they do the whole.
yeah, and I was
Here are
just,
important
and then
people.
they introduced Kobe, and I was like, wait a minute,
Hold on, you.
I recognize you.
But yeah, but Garp's and Kobe's relationship is so good, and especially if you know now where they're at specifically with it, you're like, oh, they're building this relationship in mind for if they get there.
Yeah.
Brother, getting to Gear 5, that's a pipe dream still right now. Get to Gear 2, and then we can start
Gear
talking.
2 and 3 because they were right next to
Well,
each
yeah,
other.
I was about to say it's same time.
Especially condensed. Is it going to be Gear 2 episode 1 and Gear 3 episode 2?
Dude, it happened in the same episode.
Yeah. Because it was all during the fight with Rob
that's
Lucci.
true.
Yeah, so it would be.
Yeah, back to back. But yeah, I don't know. I was looking for a good base. I think One Piece, that's a great base, man.
Yeah. I mean, they're, like I said,
And what I'm excited about too is, are they going to do costume changes?
that's hopefully.
I hope
Hopefully.
so.
I hope so.
Because
I hope so.
that is one little bit of a gripe is Luffy's costume.
Yeah. I wore his colors today.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. I think costume changes is so entrenched in the anime and manga. You have to do it. You have to do it. And there is a costume change with Kaya. They get invited to dinner, and they have a costume change. Luffy wears a black vest.
I really
Still no shirt.
Never.
And then he has an amazing monologue about finding your dreams. I don't know, like that character.
Do we ever get to see Luffy truly eating food like only Luffy can?
Oh yeah.
Like where the massive mouth.
I mean,
No.
Yeah, I was about to say I doubt that was gonna happen, but he did swallow a map. So
Yeah. Well, and he eats a lot of food during that dinner.
Does he get? Do they make?
No.
Oh.
No.
Maybe when we get more budget for CGI, we
You
can
know
get
what I'm
stuff
saying?
like that.
Yeah. But
Luffy is such a hard character for that, though.
yeah.
The Gum Gum Fruit is such a rough power to try and bring to life.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
the fact that they even
Attempted.
somewhat managed.
Yeah.
and managed, and I think
And
they,
it doesn't look horrendous.
they do smart cuts.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
they
They do
do.
smart cuts and smart framing to when he punches something, it's out of frame,
Yeah.
and then they can cut to like they
just-
knew
he
they
does
knew what
this, the fist comes out of frame and they just keep copying and pasting.
That's it. They do extended clone stamp it.
Gum.
But I think he sells, like you said, he sells the aloofness. He sells that those speeches that he has to make of like following your dreams, like the speech
Being
that
free.
yeah,
The
be
king of the
free.
pirates is the freest on the ocean.
Yeah, and that's all you can ask for season 1 of that actor. Like, sell that. Do I think that his mad face when he's mad is not the greatest? Yes. I do not think it's the greatest. But
Well, you can't really replicate the faces that Oda draws.
exactly.
Let's
You
be
also
real.
can't replicate Luffy's face, period, because that man.
I mean, there's literally a book that they've created that's just the faces of One Piece.
yeah.
It's wild shit.
Yeah, like him being mad. Not him serious Luffy, he's got some work to do, but aloofness Luffy, I think he nails.
I think overall, Luffy, he's got the more intense emotional
He's
faces
gotta work
of
on it.
Luffy.
he's got to work on to sell you.
You know, maybe
Yeah.
season 2 we get better costume designs.
Maybe. You
Maybe
know?
not a Target straw hat.
Maybe.
Maybe something that looks like it was actually hand woven, like it would
How-
be in those times.
How many Luffy and Zoro and stuff cosplays are we going to see on sale this October?
How many cosplays do you think we're gonna see at AWA this year?
It's happening this weekend, so we're
Is
not,
AWA this
yeah,
year? I thought that was
Labor Day weekend, my boy.
Oh, well,
I thought that was Dragon.
I thought that was
this
Dragon Con.
weekend. It's Dragon Con.
Is it?
it's
Yes.
Dragon
Oh
Con.
yeah, because AWA is October. You're
And
right.
plus, I
Yes.
drive by a billboard every day now. It says Dragon Con happening this weekend
because
with
Sarah
guest Sean Astin. So,
Yeah, because Sarah
that?
sent me something for Dragon Con at the
Lord
aquarium.
of the Rings. He was Lord of the Rings. He was not Frodo. Samwise
Samwise?
Gamgee. And
Of
he,
all the people to get from
Listen,
Lord of the Rings,
you know, I wouldn't get anybody from Lord of the Rings, but that's me.
You don't like Lord of the Rings.
you're
Fuck
wrong,
no.
dude. There's so many good actors in Lord of the Rings.
Listen, there's only one they need to get. Aragorn.
Well, yeah, I agree.
It's the only one. It's the only one you need.
Vigo Mortensen,
yeah,
you got
Yeah,
one.
Vigo.
I agree only for the fact that like whenever they're like, hey, we don't need you for about an hour, he'd be like, I'm going fishing. And I was like, motherfucker, let's just follow him with a camera.
Bought
I'm
that
down.
horse just because he wanted to, he wanted that horse.
Yeah.
Vigo was a saint. I'm a Vigo stan. I stand by it.
There was, I think it was Sean Bean. He refused to ride in the helicopter to get to some of the areas for the thing, so he climbed the fucking mountain. Have you never seen that?
No.
Yeah, Sean Bean wild.
That whole series was made just on hopes, dreams, and fucking inhumane stamina.
One Piece live action better than Lord of the Rings. Go. I said what I said.
Yeah, but you don't like swords and magic, so that makes sense.
You don't.
I extra don't.
The design of the gum fruit was interesting.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
It definitely stood out.
It looked like foam when you
Yeah.
broke it apart. Like I was just like, that doesn't look.
And then
good.
he doesn't just take the one. He takes
He doesn't
one
take
bite.
one
Eats
big
it.
bite.
The
Yeah.
whole thing, and it didn't seem like it tasted bad.
It
it seemed like
looked
it was
it
foam.
looked bad.
It
Yeah,
looked like it tasted bad.
It
looked
looked
like
like
you
the
have to
worst
remember,
textured fruit in
Luffy-
existence.
It looked like
Luffy-
the fake fruit you see on tables where
Yes.
you
Yeah.
accidentally bite it. And
But
you
you
said,
gotta
this
think
is not
Luffy
right.
only took one bite of the gum fruit, and that was it.
Yeah,
And he didn't eat it anyway because he thought it was horrendous.
yeah. He ate every bit of
They
this.
even the stem, I think.
I
I mean, he was.
He was like, I gotta make sure.
gotta get it all. Exciting. I don't know. Like a lot of this made me also. I think they took inspiration from the Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
I'm sure.
Maybe.
I see a lot of the sets, and I'm like, oh, I remember this from The Curse of the Black Pearl, which is the only Pirates of the Caribbean movie I've
I've
seen.
ever seen.
Well, mistakes. Second movie's pretty good.
7 movies, pretty good.
First
Now,
one's all right.
After that, you
I enjoyed this more than Pirates of the Caribbean. I like what I like in this
I
world.
don't know.
Listen, I
Dude,
can get. Hey, you want me to say some wild shit?
You
want-
can't beat the music from the Pirates of the Caribbean.
This did.
No.
You want me to say some wild shit?
No.
Yes, I'm gonna say it anyway because you know what? I'm free.
Weren't you just arguing that Disney was bigger than anime, and now you're saying
I said it wasn't bigger than anime.
no? You said it
Oh,
was.
yeah, I was.
You
Yeah,
said the house
let's be
mountain.
real.
I said a lot of wild shit, and here's some more wild shit. This is the first time I've felt anything watching something in a long time. I'm telling you, no, that's not true. Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. 's
Yeah,
pretty good.
let's
Oh,
be
did you guys see
real.
the most
I
recent?
have not. I've watched.
Is
8
it the recap episode?
It's not even really a recap.
What is it?
No, the recap's already done. It's the new one.
I
August 31st was the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see the recap.
They didn't do recaps.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
they
did they
did.
not?
No, I didn't see a recap. It literally
I
just
haven't
popped
checked
up as that episode, and basically it wasn't a recap. Oddly enough, some really tall girl from Yuji's past. I think it was just like a
More shit.
refresher of what the characters look like,
Oh.
because it didn't really do much. It was
the whole episode.
yeah, you don't have to really watch it.
I mean,
Sweet.
It's
I'm
just
done.
like a slice of life kind of deal. For
I'm
Yuji
good with that.
JK.
I like these characters.
I'll probably watch it.
not
You know
bad.
what? You know what? I'll click play and I'll let you know.
Understandable.
But yeah,
I mean, the One Piece of it all.
Yeah,
It's like the third episode in a row.
yeah, it's bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not our fault. Here's the thing: a lot of
You know
One
what?
Piece has
We
been
planned
like
this.
like Gear 5. Like a lot of One Piece has been.
We
One Piece has been in
planned
the
for
media.
this. All right,
Yeah,
this was all planned for.
yeah, yeah. I should get a panning shot of what we have on the table here.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
the
yeah,
Thousand
you
Sunny.
really should.
I will. I'll put it right here. I bet I didn't put it right there.
I guarantee you didn't.
I actually put it right here. Ha ha!
Got him.
Yeah,
But no, it
I
just-
watched that first episode of JJK. Not bad. It's more like a slice of life, like catch up with the characters kind of deal.
Sure.
Let's see. One Piece. I watched the first episode of that,
Yeah, that's all I've been doing.
and then JoJo's.
Oh.
I'm proud of you guys for actually starting.
I mean, I finished half of my endeavor.
Did you?
oh,
Where'd you get?
Alicia's Ace?
Oh yeah, the first 24 episodes of it.
Of Alicia's Asian?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you look like you've seen some shit.
Oh.
You look like you've seen it.
Yeah.
Hey,
I got
hey,
notes.
Rex, did you watch it in subbed or dubbed? He asked, knowing the answer.
I'll be honest. I tried watching it subbed, and within the first 5 minutes of the first episode, I said, "I'll never finish this if I do it this way." So I swapped to the dub, hoping to God that it was good enough, and boy was it.
All right, yeah.
Bryce Pappenbrook. That's Bryce's favorite voice
Yep,
actor.
I've watched it in dub too. So
I mean, it's the only way I could.
It's the only way.
Because especially those first 3 episodes, I was like, this is fucking bad. This is not even good.
Yeah, the first 3 episodes of Alicia's Asian is
Or
a lot of
the setup.
Yeah.
And it is such trash because you
Because
get...
then they take him, and then Austin is like, "Where is he?"
Well, it's not even that. You get to them being in GGO, in which...
I
you
wish
know,
we would have seen more of that.
No, I'm so fucking glad we did not.
I
Because
like
that is,
Gun Gale.
well, no, Gun Gale's fine, but
Yeah.
the CG fucking van Humvee driving through the woods was the worst thing I've ever experienced with my eye holes.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Especially Klein being like, "Oh man, it sure is exhilarating killing real people." And I was like, brother,
He loves murder.
you
Rex.
are in Sword Art Online. You've killed real people for real.
In Minecraft and in Gun Gale and in Sword Art Online. Whatever helps us not get demonetized.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not monetized.
Well, we're not monetized. Also, we're talking about an anime where people literally do kill other people.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yeah,
Anime.
YouTube, relax. You know what? YouTube actually has made a great change. I know this is an anime podcast, but I just wanted to shout this out because they did a great job.
Yeah.
They're not just going to strike your channel now. There's going to be warnings, and you basically have an option to appeal it before it just goes strike. Because a lot of things have been happening where like companies have just randomly been striking people.
Yeah.
And if you get 3 strikes, it's done.
Yeah, you're done. You
You're
lose
done.
your channel.
It doesn't matter if you got 10 million, 1,
Yeah.
100, whatever.
It's
you're
gone.
done. So they've
Disappears off the face of the earth. Huh?
correct. And you can't get it back. Like, it's done. They put it in the fucking shadow realm. They say
Yeah.
it's time to duel. You lost. Exodia, fucking gone.
Obliterate.
But now they have a warning system in place. So it does help. Like,
Oh yeah.
it gives them basically an option. Like, oh, I made a mistake, and it gives you more chance to
I
fix it.
actually saw some drama about not YouTube actually, but Instagram.
Ooh.
Yeah, I follow this guy who is a cybersecurity analysis like specialist, and which basically what he does is he gets anyone that follows him, if someone that they know or family member gets scammed,
Yeah.
he gets them to send him the information, and he'll track down the scammer and send it to the FBI.
Oh.
Apparently, Instagram striked his channel because they said that's bullying. And I was like,
He's bullying the fucking
The scammers.
criminals?
I was
Yeah.
like, these people are criminals. How's this bullying?
It's fine.
Greedy corporations, Rex. You know they're not for the common man.
Well, obviously, world
Oh, God,
government.
don't start this.
The world government. Let's talk about the world. Hey, you know what's funny? I was watching this live action because I was thinking of you when they get into the world government shit. You know, because it's not a lot, but it's enough that
Yeah,
you'll
enough that
like
you're
it.
just like Rex. would
Yeah,
like this.
I said Rex is. I was thinking about. I was like, Rex would be a pirate. Like,
Oh, dude,
like,
100
yeah,
fucking
like
percent.
you wouldn't even be close to a marine.
No.
No.
You like
Neither would I though.
yeah, same. I don't think I would be either. Like even though
Maybe
Garp,
Garp. I
like-
might be Garp.
and you
I
know,
would want to be Garp.
yeah, Garp's great. Again, this man is out here eating 3 porterhouses, drinking whiskey, throwing cannonballs.
Well, that and they've tried to give him like, upgrade him from admiral.
he talks about that.
Yeah, multiple times. Man says, "Nah, I'm
Yeah,
good."
he
Down.
talks about that with Kobe because Kobe and him have a game. Basically, I don't know exactly what game they're playing. Kind of looks like badminton, not badminton.
Bad.
Where it's got the black and white pebble like stones.
Oh, you're talking about
It starts with a B. Bakugan.
that's the anime, but
Baccarat.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Baccagarman.
Are you talking about like a gambling game?
It's like
No,
a
it's
a
kinda like
board,
chess.
and you got stones. It's white and a black stone, and you play it. And you put it
Yeah,
on.
there's
it's
an anime about it.
Yeah, it's B. It starts with a B.
Backgammon.
Backgammon.
Yeah, it's something like that.
So they're playing a game of backgammon.
That's what we're
That's what we're gonna call it. Correct us in the comments,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
Leave multiple.
Leave multiple comments,
Please.
But yeah, so and it's showing that Kobe has a skill in like
Strategy.
but he's questioning himself. So Garp does some things to make him not like
Question himself as much.
He basically has been like, we have 2 minutes. Like you basically can't question yourself, and then he just continuously loses, right? But he talks to him about, I've been wanting, they've been wanting to put me at a different level, but I don't want to do that because I still want to play by my own rules. But
Yeah.
if I do that, I have to play by their rules. And that whole conversation, and then he does a really good anime manga moment where somebody tells him bad news, and he does it like Kobe's listening in, so it's off screen. He yells, Kobe peeks around, and he's destroyed his whole office. It's really good, like because Garp.
I could see Garp doing
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
he's done that in the
Especially
anime and
because like
manga.
Luffy,
Exactly.
the Luffy of it all.
Yeah.
But I just think that I am so happy that they focused on that relationship where Garp is genuinely happy
I have a
that
question.
Luffy
though.
is a pirate. Like he's
Yeah.
genuinely happy, and they play on that.
How much is Helmeppo even in that situation?
He is so him and Kobe, like it plays on their relationship too,
I figured it would.
which again is setting the seeds for where
Yeah.
that relationship goes
Future.
later. after the time skip and stuff. So he is basically next to Kobe
At most of the time.
at most times.
Okay,
and it builds on their relationship. By the end of the first season, surprise, surprise, he calls Kobe his friend.
Good.
Like that's their whole little side story.
Yeah.
And again, I think that helps because they're the ones that come to Kaya's house, and you kind of get little scenes with them and stuff like that. So I think that so that relationship is delved into.
Cool.
Kobe and Garp's relationship is delved into.
I was just hoping that relationship didn't fall to the wayside to make way for Garp.
I'm not saying it's a lot. I'm probably saying maybe the entire season. It gets,
I mean, even in the anime, it's not a lot.
30 minutes of screen time the entire season, something like that. I think it's good enough.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to consider they really smashed together a whole lot.
That, like
And
100 episodes.
8 hours.
Yeah.
I still think it's such an impressive feat that it doesn't. If you didn't know stuff,
You
it
wouldn't
doesn't
notice
feel
stuff missing.
Yeah, it doesn't feel disjointed at all. Does not feel. It doesn't even feel fast. Like it does. Like I think they nailed the
But
pace.
there's just a lot of like space
that could be cut from
filler
One Piece.
in
Yeah.
One Piece that
That's not technically filler. Obviously, it
Yeah, yeah.
adds
and
to
it's
the
just
world.
like One Piece is
It's
is
world
a
building.
very fatty prime rib,
Right.
and you want the prime rib to be fatty because then it's juicy.
Yeah, Garp would love that.
Yeah.
He loves steak.
But then, see, this is like Peps. You take a piece of bread.
Yeah, I hear
this
you.
is-
I wonder,
yeah.
are you
We're
taking
not
like a
talking
piece of
about
bread?
it.
I hear
No,
you.
we're
No,
not
no,
doing
I'm
that
in.
now.
I'm in.
But this is okay. So this
You put a piece of
the
meat?
one piece of it all.
Yeah.
It's basically just a giant piece of prime rib.
I hear you. I'm following
But
you.
the live action One Piece is you trim down just enough of the fat on the prime rib where it's still juicy,
Yeah.
but it's not like too much fat.
Nice.
It's a lot more lean.
It's like
Yeah, it's a
instead
more
of
lean
ordering a
prime rib.
porterhouse, you order a 2-ounce like
Sirloin.
like fillet.
No, because filet is not very. It's not very fatty. You don't got a lot of. You don't.
Yeah,
Got
you
a
got
lot
no
of
fat
marbling
in this
a-
live
a
action.
fillet.
Well, you do. I still think Syrup Village is a little slow.
Which one?
Syrup Village, Usopp's
Oh,
backstory.
really?
I don't like that.
I
don't-
assumed they'd fly through that.
It's 2 episodes.
That's surprising.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's kind of combined with some other stuff, but yeah, it's like 2 episodes.
But yeah, like I
Well,
would say it's more like a ribeye, or maybe a sirloin.
I hear you. So you get a piece of bread. I hear you.
Yeah.
And
No,
you
no,
put a
no,
piece
no.
of meat on
No,
that
no,
bread.
no. We're not making sandwiches.
Get
out of here.
Well, you're
yeah.
probably hungry also because you're always hungry.
Wow.
You are hungry. You're a hungry guy. I'm hungry too sometimes,
Me too.
especially when I come here because sometimes I don't.
But then it's really funny because Pep posed the question: would you rather take a pill to not sleep or not eat? And I said not sleep.
I said
Yeah.
not eat.
Who? Okay. In the comments,
Yeah, come on.
let us know. Sleep or eat? Because sleep seems like the clear winner to me.
It's
but
eat. It's
No,
eat.
it's
Dude,
not.
think about it. I'm pretty sure Oda has taken the sleep
Yeah,
pill,
it's
or
he-
either that, or
He's taking both.
He's either
taking
taking that or limitless. Like
Yeah.
he basically just did that.
Here's my thoughts on not eating. We've talked about this, but we'll talk about it on the podcast. Is you save money on food. Plus extra, I don't love to eat. Like I'm not
Dude,
like a guy that's like,
so
let me get a good meal.
You're saying
I could eat the same thing every day and be fine.
No.
Yeah, but, or you could have all the energy that you have when you're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Yeah. Imagine
I
never
have
being
now.
tired.
24 hours.
I
7
have
days a week.
now. I have it now.
No, you don't. I've literally been sitting next to you. It doesn't matter how sick you get, you won't be tired and want to sleep the day away. You would be able to do, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's a nice thought.
It doesn't matter how
Also-
long your day at work was. You get home and you're like, oh man,
Fucking
let me
crank out.
let me record a video and edit it real quick.
Hey, I've been doing that anyway every day.
Yeah, but now imagine if you could do it and not need the sleep, and then you could just immediately go from that to going straight to work.
Hey,
Also,
making
dude-
content for the people is my
You have to think about it. Like, you're still gonna watch things. Why not just eat while you're watching something?
because
So what are you gonna sit there and do?
because sometimes when I eat, it hurts my tummy. I have really bad. The
You have-
older I get,
You got a real low con score.
dude, it's horrible. Like, it's where I have to watch what I eat,
Buddy, I
yeah.
understand.
Okay, yeah,
Only
you get
because I've been doing great for like the past 2 weeks, and then I made the mistake of eating hot dogs yesterday, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, so this is why I was sick."
it. Yeah, like straight up, there's just some foods now that have to go.
yeah.
Just have to go. As an old man, has to go.
Sushi's not one of them.
Hey,
No.
I'd take my chances.
We know.
I'm gonna eat what I'm gonna eat.
This man
there's a
told me
reason
what
we
he
started a
ate the
little
other day, and it was all spicy. And then he's
no,
like,
well,
and-
yeah.
And,
because
then he
the
calls us this morning and has stomach issues. I wonder fucking why.
See, it started the day. Got the spicy. The guys, if you haven't been to Chick-fil-A and gotten the honey jalapeno pimento cheese chicken sandwich,
I feel
with
like you just threw way too many ingredients there.
it's like they use like honey. It's like honey and it's honey pepper, but they
Honey
use
habanero.
it's honey pepper, and they use jalapenos on the bottom instead of pickles, so it's pickled jalapenos, and then it's just pimento cheese and a chicken sandwich. So I got the normal one, and then yesterday I had the spicy one. It was pretty good. And then I had a spicy buffalo chicken
Everything
wrap.
is spicy.
Yeah, I had a
Every
buffalo
bit of that
chicken
shit is
wrap
spicy.
for later, and then I got home,
Uh,
and Sarah made that TikTok meal, the Marry Me chicken tortellini, which was actually really good.
how
But
do you know about? I don't know
Because
about it.
automated.
It's
it's a TikTok trend
I
thing.
don't
It's
know
it's
shit about
good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's pretty good.
Lucy don't make me shit.
Well, yeah. Would you want Lucy to make you something?
Yes.
Imagine the cat hair
It's
in
just
your
gonna
food.
throw up like a half-eaten mouse.
She killed a frog the other day.
Yeah.
Oh.
She
That's-
stood above it like a champion.
No.
Of course she did.
She did. Like, look
I-
at what I've done.
I
for
am
you.
the king.
the
queen.
Yeah. What have I done for you?
So then she added a little bit more red pepper flake and than she should have, and also some Cajun seasoning. So it was a little bit spicier than it was supposed to be. And then so last night I was in pain.
Yeah,
And then this morning I had to call the boys like, gentlemen, I'm gonna be late. And they're like, well, why? What's wrong? I said, I'm toilet bound. Toilet bound Hanako-kun.
Hey, surprise, surprise.
Anime reference.
Yeah. When he told me that, I said, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's fine. You
You're
know what I'm
almost
surprised
30.
about?
What?
Hour and 15 minutes in, and my camera has not.
I know, I've been
overheated
looking
yet.
at it.
I've literally started looking at it and stressing.
Hell yeah,
like-
brothers.
I'm like, huh?
We might get a whole episode out without having to stop and not record.
That'd be nice.
Let's do
I mean,
it.
it's much cooler in here today.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I did turn the temp down before you got here.
Ah, see, there it is.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
There it
yeah.
is,
We're
brothers.
learning. It's only taken us like 160 episodes.
We're not
like
160 episodes.
120. 120.
That's 40 hours, possibly more, possibly 60 hours less than we need. We got some episodes that are like almost an hour and a half. 2
Hey,
hours.
do you think next week's episode is going to be about One Piece? Could you imagine?
No.
No. Next, we cannot do this.
We
We
cannot
are
do
not
it.
the One Piece
We are
podcast.
not. We are
No.
not. But it's just.
Let's
I
go.
don't know.
I'm gonna talk about JoJo's.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
I'll be
yeah.
bringing up.
I was about to say I have lots of sword art to
you
talk
know
about.
what? You know what? I think, and we'll talk.
My goal is to get through Stardust Crusaders for next week.
So let's do it. Let's make a promise to the people.
Wait, don't you have? Isn't next week the week you can't do the podcast?
Maybe.
We'll figure it out. But let's, for now,
Yeah.
make
If
a
anything,
promise.
I can get
Yeah,
through a lot more episodes, and we could record one on Monday.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
So let's make a promise to the people that have listened all the way to the end and watched all the way to the end, because we appreciate it. Is next episode, let's do a beginning check-in
Okay.
to our journey.
Cool. I got plenty of notes.
Yeah.
We'll have discussion. here.
We'll make it work. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a lot from me. I'll try to get at least 20 something episodes. in.
I don't even think I'll be able to get 20 of
Yeah.
JoJo's in.
I was
I'm,
about
like
to
I
say,
said, I'm gonna try.
at least get through the hunter exam.
What is that?
Yeah.
How many episodes is that?
It's like 13 or something.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's not
I
many.
can make that promise.
I can do the
I can make
I'm
that
gonna
promise.
try and get
I'll just
through-
try to finish all of everything. I'll do it.
I'm gonna try and get through all of Stardust Crusaders. That's my goal right now.
Okay.
I've gotten through where the Mr. Joestar and Abdal are magnetized to each other. I've gotten past that.
Best part.
No.
No.
Hey, that's JoJo fans when they hear people are getting into JoJo's. They're like magnetic to their
You
cock.
want to know what's hilarious? Sarah was like weirdly, she was cleaning because
She was into
does
it.
that.
I got
No. So I turned on JoJo's. I said, "You want to see why I stopped? I left off where I left off." She said, "Yeah, sure." I turned it on, and she said, "Ah." That was the only noise that came out of her mouth. Ah. I
About
said,
right.
"Yep."
That's about
She's
right.
like, "Is the whole show like this?" I said, "Apparently."
Yeah. Oh,
about.
dude, just wait. It gets real.
I mean, see, yeah, part
Yeah,
5.
part 5.
Yes, part
Part
5,
5.
100%.
Part 5.
But part
dick sucking
4,
energy.
you get the fun things like, hey, you opened a piece of paper and gun came out to kill you.
That's true. That's true. You do get fun
You
stuff.
get
So
good
I will get through
times.
all of Stardust Crusaders,
All right.
and then I'll come in here
Yeah. Let's do it.
Looking like less of a man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be
'Cause
disheveled.
Part of my soul will have vacated my body.
Yeah, and then I'll get through the hunter's exam and I'll be sad.
You'll probably be thrilled.
No, because I don't,
Matthew, put it to you this way. Matthew Nolte. You guys know him. He's the animal. He's the legend.
One day he'll
One
be
day.
the legendary.
Bryson actually called me, and I was on the phone with him when I got here.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
were talking D&D stuff,
Yeah.
and he really wants to come on too.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it. but
Let's
he-
go.
He works Saturdays. So
Well, we'll
kinda
figure
hard.
it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it
Yeah.
out.
But-
Monday.
Matthew said that he would overall rate Hunter x Hunter a 7 out of 10.
Oh, like the One Piece live action.
And
I
he's-
get that.
And he's watched it from start to finish.
Okay, 7 out of 10.
And
But-
you're talking about someone that has less anime knowledge than you, because he literally binged like all of
all of Naruto
Dragon
they
Ball
Yeah.
to Z and Super. He's done with all that.
Yeah,
All of Attack on Titan that's current
right.
in English, anyways. All of Naruto that you can get on Hulu in English.
Man's been through some anime. I got it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
And he's at
And
7
then
out of 10.
he plowed through all of Hunter x Hunter in 2 weeks.
So
Different beast.
I don't think you're gonna be like, oh yeah, this is the greatest thing ever after the Hunter exam arc.
Okay.
I think
Because-
6 out of 10 for Pep is what he's gonna say.
Well, yeah, if he bases it solely on Hunter exam, but if he gets to like Shin City or either even if he just gets to where Nin is really introduced,
yeah.
he'd be like, oh, I see what this Hunter x Hunter's about now.
How many episodes is that?
I have no
From
idea.
Nin.
Don't remember, but you know what?
Nin's not super far in, but you do. So after Hunter exam, you go to what's his face's house?
Hey, it doesn't matter. We'll get to it. We'll
Yeah.
talk about it.
But no, he did say that the Chimera Ant arc dragged on, and he was a little upset. about
Dude,
that.
I agree with him.
Yeah, so
Which is crazy because I always hear that arc's like the arc.
No,
it's because
that-
it's the biggest arc. It's the longest
It's-
arc.
It's the
long-
Hunter.
It's the longest arc, but no, the best arc is Shin City.
Yeah.
Let's be real. But no, the best, yeah,
Greed City
Chimera
arc
Ant
is
arc is
real good.
great,
Greed Island is also
and
really good.
solo leveling.
Can't wait for that anime to come out, Rex.
No,
That episode that you guys recorded, that hit an algorithm or something because it got decent. It was like 300 or 400
Oh, really?
plus views. I think
haven't
last time I saw it, maybe I don't know.
I haven't looked.
But yeah,
Look at us.
Yeah.
Look at us, bud.
I know.
So, how about you guys help us out on this episode? Go like and subscribe, leave a comment below, and please don't hate on the One Piece too hard.
Nah, man. Yeah.
Show your love.
Yeah. You know, and hey, listen. I know if you subscribe to this channel and you're like, man, all they do is talk about One Piece. It's not true. It just so happened that we
Yeah,
really
a lot of
you know,
One Piece stuff
our
happened.
schedule really did like line up with a bunch
It's
of One Piece
fucking
stuff.
wild, man.
Because like a lot of times we do come in here and just pop out off the hit, but like it has been planned to talk about Gear 5, to talk about
live action. A
the
lot of
live
One Piece, man.
action.
A lot of One
Have
Piece.
the Naruto episodes come out
Not
yet?
yet. Not
those drop today. I think is the first episode.
yet. Maybe.
Oh well, maybe.
Oh
We'll
no,
talk about-
I also heard that it got infinitely delayed. So we'll look into it.
Okay.
But if you like us in short bursts and you don't like us posting, go ahead and head over to the TikTok.
You have access to that again. I fixed
I've
it.
been busy.
He had One Piece to
That's
watch.
One Piece to watch and work now. Ugh. But yeah,
You
yeah.
could
One,
edit TikTok so much faster now with your new job. With your new job.
that's true.
skills.
But I also painted myself into a corner where I had to release a YouTube short every day for like a month.
sounds like a personal problem.
It is. It is
It
a personal
is.
problem that I failed. I didn't post one yesterday. I was watching One Piece.
What's the next letter you're on?
K.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah.
Why would you do it every day? Why don't you just do it every week?
If I was smart, I would have done all the videos ahead of time
Yeah.
and then started releasing them. But I'm not. I'm an idiot. So if you want to check us out in short bursts, me being an idiot, Tristan being Tristan, Rex hating the government, go on over to the AnimeUnraveled pod on the TikTok, Ticking and Talking over there. AnimeUnraveled pod.
And with that, I can officially say, guys, that it is the end of the episode. It is my favorite part of the episode. It is the part where I remind you guys to please make sure to leave a review, like, and subscribe. It really helps us out. It really gets our name out there and in the algorithm so that we can get our names out there and we can start building the fan base to where we can do more stuff like the 150 subscriber stretch goal and everything like that.
Building
But,
the 1,000 Sunny, starting
Building
our
the-
own crew,
yep.
Yeah.
our own
And
AnimeUnraveled.
eventually, one of these days, we'll eventually start doing stuff on our own and posting them to either our own channels or specifically to different sections of this channel.
Speak for yourself, motherfuckers. I post stuff over on my channel all the time. Hey, actually, I
Hey,
post.
actually, come in close. We got to end this.
Oh, hey, coming close, coming close.
I'm
Hey,
here, boy.
Hey, you know what? When I finished the live action anime,
All you said was done.
no,
Done. Done.
no,
done, done.
You know what? When they put their legs on the barrel, you know what I thought of? I thought of us, because you know what? We are our own straw
The
hats.
Straw
crew.
Hats.
Hey, see you next week. Bye.
Bye.